So first up, midnight tickets. They went on sale this week. I am fairly certain that everyone here has their tickets for the midnight premiere. I even bought tickets for an IMAX showing a couple of days later. I'm really excited about that. Adam, you wanted to mention the sort of record-breaking that happened.
Yes.
And what exactly happened?
I think this is incredible. This to me, and look, admittedly, I get very caught up in the box office stuff. Obviously, I have a background in Pictainment and doing film reviews and such. This is a monumental achievement. For those of you who don't know, The Hunger Games shattered the 12-year Fandango record. It didn't exist for 12 years. The site has existed for 12 years. In all of their existence, they have never sold this many tickets on the opening day for an advanced screening. That is remarkable. That tells you that The Hunger Games is absolutely exploding, and all of our greatest hopes are coming true, that this movie is going to be a box office leviathan. And that makes me so, so, so happy. And it also makes me really proud to be part of this fandom, to say thank you, tributes, or I guess, are we all settled that it's officially tribute? I think we are. Thank you, tributes, for being so wonderful. I mean, we brought it, and I'm not trying to disparage any other series, but Twilight was kind of the one that had the record, and it doesn't anymore. So, well done, Hunger Games, and tribute to people. Does anybody, because I feel a little bad, we haven't gotten a lot of activity from the fan site, from the panelists here, because we're doing all that Star Squad stuff. Maybe we can open the floor and kind of get some opinions on this. Theresa and Shylah, maybe you want to kick this off. What do you guys think about this record achievement?
Well, I actually had a meeting today with with the theater, the local theater, Celebration Cinema, who I had a meeting with them about something that I'm trying to get together for the midnight premiere. But anyway, I was speaking with them about it, and they said they knew it was going to be, they knew it was going to be popular, but they didn't realize what was going to happen. Now, they're not a Fandango site, so, they're not involved in that record, but right now, what it was for Celebration Cinema, the chain, which is Michigan-based, but also in Indiana as well, I believe, but they said that in 24 hours, it sold more tickets than the first 36 hours for Deathly Hallows Part 2 or Breaking Dawn, or any of the Twilight films. So they were incredibly impressed at how well it sold. I know they said looking at it as of today, it's still ahead of pace of Deathly Hallows Part 2, which is their all-time advanced ticket sale holder. So it's still at pace for that. So there's a look at a chain that's not involved in, I know Fandango's been a huge push, and with, especially with Lionsgate. So, there's a look at a little smaller theater chain, and it's doing the same thing there as it is everywhere. So
that is. Let me ask you, Theresa, if we could just stay on you for a second. Sorry to pick your brain here, but you have a lot of experience with Harry Potter sales. You've done parties for premieres and all kinds of stuff before. I remember when we were on this show a few months ago, and we were talking, and we were saying we think this could maybe be in the Twilight territory. I don't think any of us were really even talking about Harry Potter at that time, and Deathly Hallows too. Is it time to start thinking that maybe The Hunger Games could be the biggest box office seller bigger than Harry Potter? Is that conceivable at this point?
If you're talking about individual films, I suppose it could hit some. But
right. Individual films per film.
Yeah.
Sorry, because I know 4 films won't beat 8.
No. Yeah. I think if anything, it's going to depend on the worldwide box office, because if you look at especially Harry Potter sales, when you look at their ticket sales, a ton of it is international. If you look at the total box office and what they do, as far as domestic goes, I don't know. I think it's going to depend. Advanced ticket sales definitely, but I think what it's going to depend on is word of mouth after the film comes out. And I don't know if I want to reach that far yet. Maybe for the first films, but I know. I really think it's too soon to tell. I would hope that it comes close to that, but with me, I can't say anything's going to beat Harry Potter, even Hunger Games, as much as I love it. I don't know. I guess we'll see, but I think it's really. Once it comes out and word of mouth spreads, we'll see what happens. Because it's going to be the return business and the second weekend that's going to be what it needs. So.
Right, you're right. But that was a problem that a lot of the Potter films had too. Obviously, it had its tremendous die-hard following, but there would be a precipitous drop after the first few days. Mm-hmm. And that was what did not happen with Lord of the Rings, because Lord of the Rings had more than a child, young adult appeal. It actually had tremendous sales among adults. What I'm starting to think is that this is just me talking my theory, that the Hunger Games is going to start appealing to adults as well. And if you look through that illustrated movie companion, you can see the thought that Gary Ross put into this. Sure, it's definitely going to dazzle and delight all the kids and teenagers that are out there. But I think the surprise is going to be how many adults start talking about this movie and being just as crazy about it. The way Star Wars and Lord of the Rings had such a cross demographic.